Welcome to your Fairy God Mentor. Today, I'm going to talk a little bit about our current birthing system and how to handle things when the current birthing system is broken. But before I get into the nitty-gritty, it's important to note that we need hospitals, skilled surgeons, caring doctors, nurses, and all types of midwives. Birth isn't perfect. Sometimes things go wrong that no one could have predicted. And sometimes the things that go wrong during a home birth would have also gone wrong during a hospital birth. The man-made baby delivery system or birth in the hospital and those who provide that system of care need to acknowledge the importance of birth at home as a viable option for women. Everyone desiring the home birth option and those who provide the midwifery model of care also need to acknowledge the importance of what is provided by the man-made baby delivery system of care as a viable option for women. Okay, I am not about vilifying one system of care in favor of another. We cannot be a home birth or bust advocate, nor can we be a hospital is the only safe place to give birth advocate? Okay, all women need access to all prenatal and birthing options. Sadly, a large number of women don't know they have options other than the man-made baby delivery system of care, also known as the hospital system. Okay, so I wrote a book entitled Embracing Birth. It is also an online course. You can find it at my website. And in this, I teach the difference between the man-made baby delivery system and birth. If you decide to purchase the book or take the course, you will also learn why. You will need to be judicious even when choosing midwives who profess to offer the midwifery model of care. We are living in a time in history when it requires the consumer of the current birthing system, this is the expectant parents, to learn the things they never knew they would need to know in order to make truly informed decisions for their growing family. We've all been taught the importance of quote unquote evidence-based care, and yet when you dig down and do your research, you discover that not much about the man-made baby delivery system is based on the actual evidence and the scientific studies used to quote-unquote prove the evidence can be set up and manipulated in order to give the conclusion researchers want. Instead, the man-made baby delivery system is about protecting the business entity, also known as the hospital, birth center, and sadly sometimes doctors, midwives, and their credentials. This is a sad fact. Please don't shoot the messenger. We are also living in a time in history where an expectant couple can no longer simply hire a midwife and have a quote-unquote safe birth at home. Oh, this has a lot to do with the regulating of midwives. And the regulating of midwives has been done in an effort to quote-unquote protect the public, and it has been a dismal failure. Why? Well, this is because the people regulating the midwives most often believe that the man-made baby delivery system is the best and safest system of care for the pregnant woman, despite the number of studies that prove otherwise. This sadly translates to regulated midwives being forced to bring the man-made baby delivery system into your home where it simply doesn't belong, or risk losing their credentials or license and ability to provide for their families. Okay? I encourage you to search for studies citing the safety of home birth because there have been 0 studies to date on the safety of hospital birth. The main thing that all of us need to understand is that we all must stop blaming birth when the man-made baby delivery system creates a situation that requires it to save a mother and or her child. Birth did not cause the situation. The man-made baby delivery system caused the situation because It has tried to force birth into a very small box, attempting to confine it to what humans believe birth should be. And birth and its range of normal is very broad. Birth is not so easily defined, nor is it so easily controlled by policies and regulations. Birth will always be what it was designed to be, which was safe, when it is left alone until it proves that it needs assistance. And then, in most cases, a small amount of assistance is all that is required. When expectant couples are in the care of those who understand the birthing process as it was designed by the great Creator, our Father in heaven, they will experience the creation of their family in such an incredible and profound way. The woman will become the mother her children need her to be, and the wife her sweetheart never knew he was missing. And the man will become the father his children need him to be, and the husband his sweetheart never knew she was missing. It is through the birthing process that women are unleashed upon the world to be the mighty force that they have been created to be. Heavenly Father designed birth to happen in the middle of a field, with the father watching, supporting, and protecting his lover in a way that is known only to him. He's the only person who can bring her to the state of ecstasy where birth happens best. Heavenly Father designed the birthing process to make the individual, marriage, and family stronger. The man-made baby delivery system has spent enough time belittling, assaulting, and breaking women. It's time for women to reclaim what rightfully belongs to them. Birth was designed for women. Birth was designed to belong to women. This does not mean there is no place for a man during the birthing process. Remember, I've already said Heavenly Father designed birth to happen in the middle of a field, with the father watching, supporting, and protecting his lover in a way that is known only to him. You see, there is a vital role for your sweetheart in the birthing process. I'm not sure when his role was taken from him. What I do know is that birth knowledge is stored in his brain just as it is stored in your brain. The knowledge has been there since each of you were conceived within your mother's wombs. In order to gain a better understanding of what I'm talking about, I do recommend that you read the book Safer Childbirth by Marjorie too, as well as Making Midwives Legal, Childbirth Medicine and the Law, written by Raymond G. Devries. These two books are a really good starting place in your educational process regarding birth. And I do have one warning for you before I go. I must warn you that as you embark on this journey to create the birth that rightfully belongs to you, you will learn some things about your family and friends that may be hard to accept. In most cases, you will begin with them completely on your side. As time goes by, they will begin to share horrific stories with you designed to convince you that what you are reading and learning is dangerous. Forgive them and love them anyway. All they know and understand is the man-made baby delivery system, and they are envisioning what happens within that system to be what happens within your home. Their eyes simply are not yet open to the truth, and it can weigh you down if you let it. If you stand strong and continue to do your own research and study, you will be convicted in the things that you will be learning. It will become painfully clear that the horrific birth stories you've been told happened at the hands of the policies and regulations of the man-made baby delivery system and not birth. Those horrific birth stories where the mother and or baby almost die, when they shudder to think what would have happened in the home setting, are being told by those who are completely unaware of the fact that home birth is different in some very important and vital ways from the man-made baby delivery system. That is the end of today's episode of Your Fairy God Mentor. Thank you so much for tuning in.